Welcome back to Diamonds on Tour. We're Sarah and Ben, and after spending 2 years self-building our van, we're putting it to good use exploring the world. Now we're in Norway on a huge Arctic adventure.
Hi.
Hello. Now we are on our journey down through the Lofoten island.
And last night we parked at a little car park just over there.
And we are at the side of a town called Reine. And we're just going to turn the camera around and show you this view.
Get ready.
What do you think of that, guys? That's a bit special, isn't it? And we're also very, very lucky with this beautiful springtime weather.
Yeah.
There was a dusting of snow last night, probably 2 inches of snow, just enough to make it look like it's been dusted with icing sugar.
Yeah.
This is the place where I'll just show you this rock here. That enormous rock, there's a walk that goes up the other side of it and right to the very, very top, and gives you an incredible view of this island and the other chain of islands which take you all the way back to the mainland over there. Now we were going to do that walk. It consists of, I think it's 1,800 steps straight up the side of the mountain, and we have taken some advice which has suggested that it's not a very good idea to do that when it's snowy and icy. The guy that we spoke to, Alex, at the campsite a few days ago, he said, yeah, people die. People, it was just very, very matter of fact. He said, yeah, in the winter people go up there and they die. So we thought we're not going to do that because dying isn't on our itinerary for this this trip. So I chucked the drone up in the sky to go and get the same view, and I'll put some of those pictures on the screen right now. One of the advantages of travelling in this area in between the seasons, so it's middle of April now, is that you can get days like this, absolutely beautiful. You can also get campsites like this all to yourself. Look at this, nobody else here, just us parked in the most incredible campsite I think we've ever seen. do you think?
I think it's absolutely lovely. It is really stunning, honest to goodness. And the sun's shining, there is very little wind, and it's warm, and the scenery is... Are those mountains over there?
Yeah, that's the...
Oh, that's the big piece of land. Wow. So that's where we're sailing to?
I think so.
Somewhere there?
I think so.
Wow,
Now we're here eating a very nice dinner that Sarah cooked, and Sarah sat there and just looking out the window and just commented. What did you see, Sarah?
Well, I saw 2 black fins, and I thought I saw 2 black fins, and I said to Ben that's what I'd seen, and then a little time after, 4 black fins popped up, and Ben saw them this time.
So while we're eating our dinner, out the window there, out of our kitchen window, we've just seen 4 orca swim past.
incredible.
Quite incredible. What a place this is.
Oh, they're out there now. Did you see that? You
No.
see the shiny thing? It keeps catching the light. Or is that a boy?
Oh no, I see it, yeah.
It wasn't there before, so I think it is something to do with them. Yeah, it's gone now. Yeah, it's up again. It's them.
Right, we're going to eat up our dinner quick and then run down there with the big lens. We abandoned our dinner and went out to watch these orca for the next 20 minutes or so. We were so excited that I just fired off loads of photos and didn't capture any video, so hopefully these shots are enough to show you some of these stunning animals. We actually counted 14 in total, a whole family group. Orca are the largest of the dolphin family, typically up to 8 metres long and 4 tonnes in weight, but some have been found up to 9.8 metres long. Despite being fearsome predators giving rise to their other name, killer whales, there are no records of orca harming humans in the wild ever, highlighting their very high intelligence. They have, however, been known to kill the people that keep them in captivity. This is the only way you should ever see these majestic creatures, a chance sighting in the wild, where they belong.
Here we are in the village of Orr, A with a little circle over the top, and it is the very last settlement in the area of Lofoten. And to get here we came on the E10. In fact, we've travelled on the E10, which is a European route, well known, for many miles. The entire length of the road is 530 miles long, or 850 kilometres. It starts in the town of Luleå, which is where we visited our lovely friends, Orca and Per, and then it comes all the way across through Sweden into Norway, and then it ends up here at Lofoten. And it literally is a dead end. So we'll show you that in a second. It's been a great road, to be honest. It's meant that we've been able to travel across so easily. Lots of tunnels. In total, the E10 has 18 tunnels, all of them in Norway, and the total length was of those tunnels 12.7 miles. So an extensive tunnel network. They make great tunnels in Norway though. So tomorrow we're heading off early in the morning, 7 o'clock. We're getting the ferry over from here, Moskenes, over to Bodø on the mainland.
We do all the most glamorous park-ups here on Diamonds on Tour. Here you go then, this is our park-up for tonight. The line for boarding the ferry to Bodø in the morning. This is where we're going to get onto the ferry. So we're spending the night at the front of the queue because the ferry leaves at 7 o'clock tomorrow morning. So we will be up bright and early and boarding that ferry back over to the Norwegian mainland. Been an amazing couple of weeks here in the Lofoten Islands, or week or so. You lose track of time, which is actually a pretty good thing. Anyway, back in the van now, and we will see you later. Saltstraumen then, the strongest maelstrom in the entire world, with 400 million tons of water passing through here every 6 hours. That's a lot of water. Despite its appearances, this is not a river. This is the sea. This is one fjord over there, another fjord over there, and the tide comes in and has to shoot through, and then when it goes back out again, it shoots out the other way. And one thing that's quite cool is that the fish in there haven't got a clue what's going on. Well, you wouldn't, would you? And so they get all disorientated, they go mad all different directions, and that makes it a really good place for the birds to come and eat the fish, because they're easily captured. Also fishermen, people come here in the boats and catch them all. Absolutely, what an amazing place. Now, if you're thinking of visiting this place, and you really should because it's amazing, make sure you check the tide tables before you come, because obviously the main flow is only sort of halfway between high or low tide when the water's flowing between one or the other. If you get here at high tide or at low tide, it'll just be flat and not moving. And the tide tables, if you're checking them, don't check for like the nearest city, which is Bodø, because there's about an hour and a half lag between there and here, even though it's only 20 miles up the coast. But it's easy, just put it in the internet, you'll find it.
For about 42 miles, continue straight on.
Hello. So this is our plan for the next few days, to get from Bodø, where we dropped off the ferry, all the way down to home on this scenic route. And we are here now, Storvika. We could have chosen to come down this E6 here, which is inland, but that's a major road, and we didn't want to do that for obvious reasons. When you look at the fantastic coastline here and all this wonderful scenery and the things that we can see, it wasn't a difficult decision.
In 1943, the submarine Uredd, or Fearless, was on its last mission. It was carrying 6 agents from a company called Linger, who were to be transported to Gilderskål, and there they were to go on to the ore mines at Saltstraumen in order to sabotage the power plant at the iron ore mine which was there, because that was very important to the German war industry. The sabotage operation was called Operation Seagull. The waters of Norland and Maløy were safe according to British intelligence. But that was not the case. For 42 years nobody knew what had happened to Uredd, and only in 1985 the wreck was found in 105 metres of water. There was a big hole in its hull and the submarine had hit a German mine. The following year the wreck was declared a war grave, and this monument was erected in 1987, unveiled by King Olav V in memory of the 42 men who died and found their graves out here in this fjord. The swordfish was made by an Icelandic artist, Erlinga Jonsson, and it points to the direction where the Uredd wreck was found. Now, this monument is at a park up on this road, the coast road, along this part of Norway. It is an absolutely incredible location.
And this is a rather smart toilet. Look at that. Beautiful design, made out of concrete.
Now, we don't normally show you toilets, but I think this one is worthy of just a few seconds. Absolutely beautiful. Look at the stone they've used to make these picnic benches from. Absolutely beautiful. Same stone as is used in the plinth for the memorial. Now have a look at that beautiful beach down there, this crystal clear blue sea. If it wasn't for the snow-capped mountains in the distance, you could be forgiven for thinking we're somewhere on the Adriatic, couldn't you? But this is still the Arctic Sea. Isn't it just the most beautiful place you can imagine?
So Ben has decided, with my support of course and encouragement, to go and take a dip in the Arctic Ocean. We found this really lovely beach, and we did see a group of lovely ladies having a swim. So we thought, this is it. He's been wanting to do this since we got here, so here we go now. But you're going to have to forgive him because he's actually forgotten to bring his trunks, so he's going to be doing this in his underpants. But there you go, it doesn't matter, does it? So there he is, getting ready.
Are you good?
Yes, wait for me. We know it's cold, don't say it. Oh, good.
Cold.
It's 6 degrees, the ladies said. So, yeah. Get in there. Just get in. done, darling. What do you think?
It's a bit cold.
Does it feel warm now you're out?
No, not at all.
Are you going back?
I'll try one more.
Yeah. It's what those ladies were doing, they were in and out.
I'm coming back now. Oh, it's cold.
Oh, you're all pink all over.
I can't feel my skin.
Oh, well done though. I'm very proud of you. That's a good. Yes, I wouldn't do it.
I feel good now.
Yeah?
Well, that was quite a lovely place to park up for a little swim. My first ever swim in the Arctic, and we're about 20 minutes afterwards now. We've had a cup of coffee and I can now feel my extremities again, which is a good thing. I can highly recommend a dip in the cold water. Not sure when I'll be doing it next myself. But we're heading off down this coast road again now, and it all looks very beautiful.
Now, I'm not sure you can see, it's a long way away really, but there's a glacier over there. So I've got a bit closer, or we've got a bit closer in the van to the glacier. You can see it a bit better here. just on this little walk. I couldn't film upwards because the sun was in my eyes, so I needed to concentrate on where I was walking. So I'll show you going down now. It's rather lovely though. The path's all carved out of the rocks, and where the rocks aren't, there's a little wooden platforms to walk across. That's quite cool. And then the rock, like so. All good. That's good. See where I'm going to now. Well, hello. We're sitting waiting now for the ferry to come. It's part of the coast road, the ferry routes, there's several of them. So this one just takes us across the water there, and it's free of charge because it's part of the route. There's another one later on this afternoon which we'll be taking, which will be an hour long I think, but also free of charge. So that's quite nice really. But we had a lovely night at the campsite. And it's so peaceful.
Thanks for coming with us on our trip along Norway's beautiful coast. If you're enjoying our videos, please consider subscribing to our channel and drop us a comment if you can. We love hearing from you. See you next week as we explore more of Norway's wonders.